Magdalena Linette, known as Magda Linette, was born on February 12, 1992, in Poznan, Poland. Growing up in a country with a rich tennis heritage but one where the sport was not as widely popular as in other countries, Linette was introduced to tennis at a young age. Both of her parents were involved in sports. Her father, a former professional football player, and her mother, a former volleyball player. And their influence sparked Magda's interest in athletics. From the age of 6, she began taking tennis lessons, quickly showing a strong natural aptitude for the game. Her early passion for tennis quickly grew into a commitment to becoming a professional player. Linette's parents supported her ambitions, and her talent was nurtured in the local tennis community of Poznan, where she began training rigorously. She was part of Poland's junior tennis circuit in the late 2000s, where her talent began to surface. A dynamic and aggressive baseline player with a powerful serve, Linette's playing style quickly caught the attention of local coaches and tennis enthusiasts. Her junior years were marked by steady progress, culminating in a series of notable results on the ITF junior circuit. Linette rose through the ranks of junior tennis in Poland and internationally, and she earned her first singles title at a junior event in 2009. As a teenager, she made her way into the top 100 junior rankings, which set the stage for a promising transition to the professional circuit. Magda Linette turned professional in 2009, initially competing on the ITF women's circuit, which would serve as her primary platform for the first few years of her career. The early years of Linette's professional journey were typical of a rising star. Working her way up the ranks through smaller tournaments and gaining valuable experience along the way. At first, she played mainly in smaller ITF events, competing for rankings points, but her consistent results showed that she had the potential to compete at higher levels. Linette's breakthrough on the WTA Tour began to take shape in 2013. She started showing promise in larger, more competitive tournaments and began to make deep runs in various WTA 125K and ITF events. Her early results included a semi-final appearance at the 2013 WTA 125K in Bari, Italy, and consistent performances on the ITF circuit, including multiple singles titles. Her playing style, which relied on her strong ground strokes and well-rounded game, continued to develop as she faced increasingly tougher competition. By 2014, Linette had broken into the WTA Top 150, signaling that her hard work was beginning to pay off. This was an important milestone in her career, as she started qualifying for main draw spots in major WTA tournaments. While her rankings continued to fluctuate in the following years, Linette remained consistent in her performances, and her resolve to improve her game and make it to the top kept her motivated. Career peak and breakthrough performances. Magda Linette's career truly began to peak in 2019, when she established herself as one of the most formidable players on the WTA Tour. This year marked her arrival into the upper echelons of women's tennis, as she broke into the top 50 of the WTA rankings for the first time. It was also in 2019 that Linette delivered some of her most significant career performances, which helped solidify her standing as one of Poland's premier tennis players. The 2019 Australian Open was a turning point for Linette. She reached the third round of the tournament, her first ever third-round appearance at a Grand Slam. This achievement was a major breakthrough, as it showed that she could compete with the best players in the world. Linette's progress at the Australian Open continued to build her confidence and momentum for the rest of the season. Later in 2019, Linette notched another significant result by reaching the semi-finals of the prestigious Wuhan Open, a Premier 5 event on the WTA Tour. This performance not only boosted her ranking but also served as proof that she had the ability to perform at the highest level in the sport. Her ability to defeat higher-ranked players, including top 10 opponents, demonstrated her ability to compete in the elite tier of women's tennis. Linette's success continued in 2020, when she reached the fourth round of the Australian Open, marking her best-ever result at a Grand Slam. Throughout 2019 and 2020, Linette continued to establish herself as a consistent player at the top levels of women's tennis. She had strong showings at other WTA tournaments, including the Miami Open and the Eastbourne International, where she demonstrated her ability to contend with the game's best players. By the end of 2020, Linette had risen to a career-high ranking of No. 33, solidifying her position as a mainstay in the upper half of the WTA rankings. Main achievements. Magdalenette's career has been marked by several notable achievements that have shaped her legacy in tennis. One of her most significant accomplishments is her consistency on the WTA Tour, maintaining a ranking in the top 50 for much of her career. Linette's ability to play at a high level across multiple surfaces has contributed to her success. Her game, characterized by a solid all-around baseline style, intelligent shot placement, and strong serve, has made her a tough competitor for players of all rankings. Linette's breakthrough in Grand Slam tournaments, particularly her performance at the 2020 Australian Open, remains one of her most important career milestones. Her fourth-round appearance was a personal best and placed her in the spotlight as one of the rising stars of women's tennis. Linette continued to improve at Grand Slam events, and her ability to perform in such prestigious tournaments demonstrated her maturity as a player. In addition to her Grand Slam success, Linette has made deep runs at numerous WTA events, including semi-finals at the Wuhan Open in 2019, a quarterfinal finish at the 2020 Prague Open, and a third-round finish at the 2021 French Open. These results have helped solidify her place among the top players in the world. Linette's consistency in both singles and doubles has been one of the defining features of her career. She has won several singles titles on the ITF circuit, earning her significant ranking points and visibility, and she has also played a key role in doubles competitions, with notable results on the WTA Tour. Though singles has always been her primary focus, her versatility and strong doubles performances have added depth to her game. Another significant achievement for Linette has been her role in representing Poland in international competitions such as the Fed Cup, now called the Billie Jean King Cup. She has been a key member of the Polish team, contributing to the country's success on the global stage. Her ability to perform in team events has shown her character and dedication to representing her nation with pride. Challenges and final years. While Magda Linette's career has been defined by her resilience and steady progression, she has faced challenges along the way. Injuries have occasionally hindered her ability to maintain consistent form, and there have been periods where her performances were affected by physical setbacks. However, Linette has always displayed a strong mentality and determination to overcome these hurdles, bouncing back stronger after each setback. In recent years, Linette has continued to maintain her position within the top 50 rankings, even as new players have emerged in the women's game. The increasing depth of talent on the WTA Tour has made it more difficult for established players like Linette to sustain high rankings, but she has continued to fight for every victory. One of the challenges Linette has faced in recent years is finding the consistency to make deep runs at Grand Slam events. Though she has had strong showings, she has not yet been able to progress beyond the fourth round of a major. This gap remains one of the key challenges in her career as she continues to strive for success in the sport's biggest tournaments. Despite these challenges, Linette has remained a valuable presence in women's tennis. Her unwavering work ethic and mental toughness have made her a respected figure in the tennis world. As of 2023, Linette continues to compete at the highest levels, balancing her ambitions with the realization that tennis is an ever-evolving sport.